Hey ladies and gentlemen of the internet, my name is Adrian, and on this very channel I've done a couple of videos on whether or not insert luxury product here is well worth. We've taken a look at $300 eye masks, $40 bougie hand soap, and today's no exception. We're taking a look at another luxury item that I think most people can relate to, and that is that of Apple's iPhone. Because don't get me wrong, these are by all means a luxury, and some things that are getting more and more expensive as time goes on. But this isn't a technical breakdown of the iPhone 14. Rather, this is a simplified look at whether or not it's worth it to you, the consumer. Though, shameless plug, if you're looking for a technical breakdown and full review of this iPhone 14 Pro Max, be sure to check out and subscribe to youtube.com/digitaldojos. Reviews coming out later this week. All right, so let's start by taking a look at what's actually new in the iPhone 14 or 14 Pro at a really simplified level. First up, there's four models. You have the iPhone 14 base model, 14 Plus, which is essentially the base model with a bigger screen, and then you have the 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. So essentially, you can go non-Pro or Pro and get the small or bigger screen, depending on your preference. In terms of what's actually new and noticeable at a basic level, the 14 Pro, as per usual as of late, is getting all of the big upgrades. The Pro model tends to do so. You get the 48 megapixel camera, improved sensors, and lenses. You get the improved FaceTime camera on the front, though the 14 also does that as well. You get a brighter display with the Pro. You get the option of the always-on display. You get faster hardware and the new processor and new chip inside. All in all, the 14 Pro gets all the new bells and whistles, including the new, or lack thereof, notch that's being called Dynamic Island at the top. Now, the 14, on the other hand, the base model, it's practically the same as last year's iPhone 13, even to the point where it's featuring the same processor internal hardware. It has a slightly better camera in the iPhone 14. It has a slightly better screen, but that's pretty much it. It's a reshelled iPhone 13, so don't let all the marketing and trickery convince you otherwise. That leads me to upgrade paths. As you can imagine, if you're on a 13, based on my previous comments, going to the 14 to me makes absolutely no sense. Skip it. It's basically the same phone like I mentioned earlier, slightly revised. Do not upgrade from the 13 to the 14. It does not make sense in my opinion. Save your money. Wait till the next generation. Again, not a worthwhile upgrade. Now the 13 Pro to the 14 Pro or Pro Max, whatever variant there, definitely noticeable differences, like differences you'll actually see in that of a slightly better camera across the board, better camera across the board for sure, slightly better display, better internals, but it's not anything that's going to change your overall experience. The 13 of last year is still fast. It still has a great camera, and it's still going to last you for years to come in that it's getting the latest iOS updates. It got iOS 16. Look, this thing's going to scroll through TikToks equally as fast as the 14. It's not going to be a night and day difference for you. So again, there's no reason to upgrade here, in my opinion, if you're on the 13 already and looking to go to the 14 in any variant. Now, for those on older hardware, you're on iPhone 11s, 10s, SEs, iPhone 12s, here's something to consider. Yes, the 14 is going to be on paper a good upgrade, something you should consider, but I would argue for most people out there, again, going back to this guy, the iPhone 13, this is going to be a real great steal and great bargain. It's cheaper on Apple's website. It's going to be even cheaper on the secondhand market. It's the same design, same build quality, really great camera, still fast, still getting the latest updates. For most people, this is going to serve you fine. So take advantage of this market. Look at the iPhone 13s that you can find, whether it's through Apple or secondhand, and consider this because I think for a lot of people coming off of old iPhone hardware, this is going to make a lot of sense and it's going to be worth it for a lot of people. Now, that said, I think there's specific pockets. iPhone 12 users, if you're looking to upgrade, it's time to upgrade. Maybe you got a cracked screen. Maybe you just really, really want to get out of the iPhone 12 and try something new. Well, the iPhone 14 makes sense. I would argue skip the 13 and just jump to the 14 at that point. Now, further caveats down the road. For those of you who only upgrade sparingly, I was talking to my dad, for example, about this, somebody who only upgrades every 4, 5, 6 years, just jump to the iPhone 14. Spend the extra money. It's going to make the most sense because at that point, if you're not going to upgrade for another 4 to 5 years to come, might as well get the latest and greatest hardware. Secondly, you're coming off of Android. You're making the leap or jump back to iOS and iPhone. Then yes, the iPhone 14 is 100% worth the upgrade in that case. If you're coming from a completely different market and phone, This is Apple's best of the best, cream of the crop, one of their most complete releases to date. And with that notion, if you're just somebody who wants the best, budget isn't an option. You want the best camera. You're a prosumer. You're somebody who does video reviews on the internet. I don't know. You don't need me, king or queen, to justify your purchasing habits at this point. Don't need a stranger on the internet to tell you otherwise. Go ahead and make that upgrade if that's your prerogative. Because who am I to judge you at the end of the day? All right, that's it. That's it for me for the users who should go with the iPhone 14. And with that all in mind, while I don't think it's a worthwhile upgrade for a good bucket of users, don't get me wrong. This is still one of Apple's greatest phones. It's still a great phone as a standalone device in itself. And I would argue it's Apple's most complete package in terms of hardware and software in the years as of late. This is a true refinement of everything that they've been working on from the 10, 11, 12, 13, all distilled into the phone that should have been and is now. So with that in mind, hope it helps you in your purchasing decisions and habits. And as always, thanks for watching.